right, what is up? We are live. Hope everybody is doing good today. So let's jump right into it. Paint scheme preview is posted right there in the chat if you want to follow along here. Rolling off in the one car today, the Bush Apple Red for the Bush Light driver Ross Chastain. Good looking car. The Bush Apple car, always Bush Light Apple car, always a good scheme. So starting off strong here once again with the one car discount tire on the side of the number 2 for Austin Cindric. The Dow machine, red and black here today for Austin Dillon. Don't see Dow on the car quite as often as we used to back in the day, but a good looking scheme nonetheless for AD3 there. Miller, lithium batteries, Miller Tech, I should say, on the side of the number 4 for Noah Gregson. Almost called him Josh Berry there for a second. I don't know, my brain didn't transition to the most current year of who's driving the 4 car this year. But Miller Tech on the side of Noah Gregson's number 4. Got a lightning looking paint scheme with the purplish blue, midnight blue, if you will, and the gold. Kyle Larson, HendrickCars.com. What more can we say about that when we've seen it a bunch of times? Very same deal with the BuildSubmarines.com here for Brad Keselowski, becoming a common scheme that you associate with him and the number 6 car there. And then you got the Garner Trucking Incorporated, number 7, the red, the white, the black for Justin Haley, mostly black. Sort of looks like the old mom and pop's car from back in the day that Neil Bonnet would drive from time to time, and various other people in that 31 car in the early 90s. Bet MGM on the side of Kyle Busch, who has some speed today. This is a good track for him. We're going to get in that in just a second. But a good looking scheme nonetheless. Sort of got the skyline of a Las Vegas there on the side of his machine. UniFirst, number 9 for Chase Elliott, mostly green. Got a little bit of gray trim there at the bottom. Seabest on the side of Ty Dillon. We've seen this one a few times now, but a good looking scheme nonetheless. Little change up here for Yahoo. Yahoo going with 2 different shades of purple with a little bit of white outline here. And then you've got the Yahoo on the side of the car, harkening back to that old commercial from the early 2000s, if you remember that one. Menards and Knopf on the front of it. Sort of got a tealish petty blue on the front end of the 12 car, last week's winner for Ryan Blaney. The 16 Action Industries is going to be on the side for AJ Allmendinger. And here's a change up for sure. Artisanal Ford, the Kroger Craft Artisanal Ford. So Heinz flavor, they're going with their artisanal bakery bread and Heinz, I guess, sauces here. So not a bad looking car at all. Sort of a fuchsia with a gold chrome number. I like it for Chris Buescher. I'm going to put him right behind Ross Chastain. Those are my 2 favorite ones so far. Number 19, Tracker Boats and ATVs. We've seen that one a million times for Chase Briscoe, who is on the pole once again, having a Ryan Newman year without the Ryan Newman wins. Whatever year that Ryan Newman got like 6 wins and 37 poles. Let's see. Chris Buescher here. I think that's the year Kenseth won the title, too, if I'm not mistaken. Christopher Bell will drive the number 20 Ream Toyota. We've seen the Ream scheme quite a few times. 21 classic scheme for the Wood Brothers. Always a good-looking scheme there when they go retro on it. Hunt Brothers, the Hunt Brothers red. So another red car in the mix. Don't get to see Hunt Brothers as much as we used to either, I feel like, but this one is red. It's not the green one. I do like the red version better, so I will put him in the top 3. Include Joseph Logano, the number 22 Ford on the list so far. The 23 Columbia car, I always like these colors. You got the teal, you got the pink, you got the black, and then the white outline. So good looking car. He is in the top 5 as well. Raptor. Some people like this scheme. Some people don't. I'm on the I don't like this scheme. I like the colors, but they just never seem to do the scheme properly for William Byron and the Raptor Chevrolet. 34 Martin Transportation Systems, or MTS, loves Ford. Aaron's Dream Machine also on the side of there, and Rudabush as well for Todd Gilliland. Pickle Todd in the 3-4. 35 going to be Monster this week for Riley Herbst. Long John Silver's going to put him in the top 5 as well, just because I like Long John Silver's. Best hush puppies in the game. Best chicken tenders for a fast food restaurant on planet Earth. Everybody knows that. It is just literally written in the Bible. Zane Smith, number 38. Long John Silver's Ford Mustang Dark Horse. Cole Custer with the Haas tools and automation. We've seen that one a bunch of times, but always a good looking scheme as well. Pi Barker on the side of the 42 for John Hunter Nemechek. $43 tree. Both of those we've seen a bunch of times. Mobile. I got the mobile on the side of the 45, and the mobile always does a good job with their paint scheme. So the 45 looking good. Not going to bump him into the top five, but I will bump in. I'll tell you what, I'll bump out Joey Logano and Hunt Brothers because we've seen that one a bunch of times. Going to bump in Ricky Stenhouse Jr. here in the 47 Real American Beer. He's got the basically an American flag for a paint scheme, so I'm going to go ahead and bump him into the top five there. For sure. Might even be number one. I don't know. I'm not even going to rank him, but he's definitely in the top five. 47. Well, the sponsor is Real American Beer, 200% American. That's what it says on the side of it there. Good looking scheme there for Ricky Stenhouse Jr. Hopefully he can keep it out of the wall. 48 Ally car for Alex Bowman. We've seen that one a bunch of times as well. And 51 Jacobs for Cody Ware. 54 once again going to be monster. So 2 monster cars in the field this week. Number 60, Castrol on the side of the Ryan Priest machine. Good looking car as always. Castrol always brings their A game. So good looking car. Delaware Life for Michael McDowell in the 71. Good looking car. 77 Ziegler going with a little bit of a gold instead of the normal yellow that they do here. So changing it up a little bit for Ziegler and Carson Hocevar. Safety Culture. Good looking car always, but we've seen it a bunch of times for SVG. The purple, the teal, the chrome outline, the yellow, the Red Bull on the nose. It's a good looking car. What more can you say about it? And here we go. Daniel Suarez. Going to have to bump him into the top five. I don't know who I'm bumping out, but I'm putting Daniel Suarez in the top five because Jockey always bringing the heat here with the guy basically sitting in his boxer shorts, driving in a race car. This scheme's always funny, so I'm putting it in my top five. Jockey, number 99 for Daniel Suarez in the Infinite Cool Underwear Chevrolet. All right, that's what they look like. How did they qualify? Well, your pole sitter is once again going to be young Chase Briscoe in the 19, but just behind him is going to be Kyle Busch in the Bet MGM Chevrolet. Kyle Busch has good numbers here. We're going to jump to that in just a second. Denny Hamlin is going to be rolling off third, William Byron fourth, and Kyle Larson is fifth. 6 through 10 is going to be Chris Buescher, Josh Berry, Ty Gibbs, and Bubba Wallace with Zane Smith in your 10th position. 11th place is going to be Austin Cindric. Tyler Reddick in the Bubba One Toyota rolls off 12th. Ryan Blaney, 13th. Carson Hocevar in the Ziegler Auto Group. Chevrolet is 14th. Joey Logano, 15th in the Hunt Brothers Pizza Ford. Alex Bowman in the Ally Chevrolet rolling off 16th. 17 through 20 going to be Chase Elliott, Ty Dillon, AJ Allmendinger, and Ross Chastain. 21st position is going to be John Hunter Nemechek in the Pi Barker Fire and Safety Toyota. Eric Jones in the Dollar Tree machine rolls off in 22nd in that famous Richard Petty number 43 font. Ryan Priest in the 60 car is the 23rd man. Cole Custer, 24th. Christopher Bell, 25th. SVG is going to be your 26th man. 27 through 30 is going to be Brad Keselowski, Austin Dillon, Noah Gragson, and Ricky Stenhouse Jr. the third in the Real American Beer Chevrolet. 31, 2 shotgun on the field is going to be Justin Haley, Michael McDowell, Todd Gilliland, Riley Herbst, and Daniel Suarez, once again in that Jockey Infinite Cool Underwear Chevrolet in the 35th position. Shotgun on the field is going to be Cody Ware and the Jacob Construction Fords. There you go. That's where they line up. But who are the previous winners who are in the field? 3 times, Kyle Larson and Joey Logano have won at the Michigan International Speedway. 2 times, young Dennis Hamlin has won here. Ryan Blaney, Chris Buescher, Kyle Busch, and Tyler Reddick also have wins here previously. So there you go. Those are your previous winners. Let's take a look at average finish since 2018. And that's going to go to, as far as who's in the field, 6.1 for Denny Hamlin in his races since 2018. And only one effort, Zane Smith has a 7th place finish. Ty Gibbs with an 8th place finish or an 8th place average in his 3 races here. Kurt Busch, not in the field, so we're going to skip him, as well as Martin Truex Jr. Then Carson Hocevar is the next driver here at a 10.0 with only 1 race to his credit. Brad Keselowski, with all of the races since 2018, has an average finish of 10.7. So if you're looking for a fantasy pick, Brad Keselowski feels like a solid one. So does Kyle Busch here, who has speed in qualifying and has an 11th place average finish in his races here since 2018. Ryan Blaney, a 12.1 average finish here since 2018. As long as the engine holds together and nothing crazy happens, should be another opportunity for him, maybe 2 in a row for YRB. Joey Logano just behind him at a 13.2. Then you've got Chase Elliott and Kyle Larson with 13s as well. 13.9 for Larson, 13.3 for Chase Elliott. Chris Buescher going to sort of round out your top 10 at a 15.2, but he is tied with William Byron also at a 15.2. So there you go. That is the statistical breakdown. And if I'm looking at it, just doing sort of the eyeball test and where they qualified and who's good here, I'm going with Kyle Busch. Kyle Busch has a good chance to win this race as long as nothing insane happens. I'm going to pick Kyle Busch to win this race. Toyotas are certainly strong here. I don't count out William Byron and Kyle Larson, so picking both of the Kyles here. But if you're going sort of statistically, I think Kyle Larson is going to be your pick statistically. Or maybe Joey Logano, who also has some good speed here. Even though he qualified 15th, I wouldn't sleep on him. Typically, Michigan has been a Ford track historically. So I would lean toward a Ford winning here if you go off things like that, possibly a Toyota. But Kyle Larson is really good here statistically since 2018. I know that doesn't necessarily translate because a lot of those races were with the older car. But I don't know. I'm going to go with Kyle Busch. Kyle Busch is going to be my pick here today. And to finish dead last, I'm going to go with the easy pick here of one Cody Ware. All right, let's jump into the chat and see what you guys want to talk about. Do have a poll question up. Who finishes higher between these options? Denny Hamlin, Chris Buescher, Ty Gibbs, and Carson Hocevar. Gibbs and Hocevar have good numbers here. Do not sleep on them. Home track also for Carson Hocevar. So that is why I'm picking Carson Hocevar as my wild card pick. So there you go. Wild card, Hocevar. Main pick is going to be Kyle Busch. Let's see. Sir Wood Rooster saying it's going to be interesting to see if there will be 2 tire stops or if there will be significant tire wear and fall off. I agree with you. It's going to be interesting to see what the tire wear situation is, what they can get away with on pit stops and getting positions on pit road, which is very important with this track position heavy type of car. What's up, One Wise Guy? How did qualifying go? I missed it, says One Wise Guy. Chase Briscoe once again got the pole, but we've got Kyle Busch here in second place, and James Dennis Allen Hamlin, I think, is in third. Briscoe wins the pole again, says Napa Racing Fan. Michigan would be amazing with unrestricted horsepower and less dirty air with no rear diffuser and underbody. It would be interesting to see. I would love to see these high-speed tracks without the underbody. I agree with that. I just think it would be an interesting thing to have a look at with this particular body style. OJ, what's up, my friend? Good to see you on here. Michael Davis saying happy race day from Maine. What's up, Michael Davis? And what is up, Maine? Excited for Rams announcement. We need more guts and glory in trucks with Rams, says Napa Race Fan. It is going to be interesting. Michael Waltrip all but basically announced that Cletus McFarland is going to have a part in the Ram announcement. So expect Cletus McFarland to be a Garrett Mitchell, whatever you want to call him, to be a part of that announcement today. Camaro, what's up, my friend? Good to see you on here. There is the merch link. Appreciate you there, One Wise Guy. If you want to buy the $10 t-shirts, if I'm not mistaken, or maybe they're $11. They're $10 to $11. I can't remember which one. Check them out. There is the link right there. Congratulations, BB, for the win at Sobo last night. Appreciate you there, Camaro. Nice. We won. Lane Woods won at South Boston in the first race, and in the second race we just we kind of took it easy because we knew it would be a wild one, and we had terrible track position. Also, we had knocked the toe out and couldn't quite get it put back right, so we took it easy in the second of the doubles there, I should say. And but we won the first one for sure and made it through tech after we took the entire freaking car apart. But it is what it is. That's part of racing. Congrats for winning in Burton's backyard, says Napa Racing Fan. Appreciate it, my friend. Feeling Bush today, says Robert Stone. I am too. I feel like this is going to be the day. This is going to be the day that Kyle Busch gets it done. But I've said that a lot of times in the past. So we will see. Michigan usually means a Ford victory, but Toyota was fast in practice and qualifying. Chevy not winning there since Larson did in 2017 with Ganassi is wild, says Napa Racing Fan. Yeah, that is a wild statistic. I agree with you 100%. Napa. Friesen won the truck race yesterday. Yeah, so good for Stuart Friesen. Haven't got a chance to talk about that yet. But yeah, good for Stuart Friesen. Finally gets off that cold streak that he's been on and gets it back in victory lane. So I got to be a good feeling for them over there in the 52 camp. 52, I think he runs. Michigan is definitely a Ford track with 40 wins, says Camaro. Indeed. This is just a Ford heavy track. And if you're going with Ford, obviously Joey Logano looked like he had the best statistics there. Maybe sort of on par with Ryan Blaney. So flip a coin between the two. But those are going to be your good bets. And if you're looking for a dark horse in your Ford Mustang dark horse for Ford, Josh Berry would be a good pick there as well. Michigan, let's see. Cody finally gets that win today. Says Nachos. Cody Ware getting the win on Earth 2. Appreciate you there, Nachos. Shout out to Martin Truex Jr. And Kurt Busch. Says in between the lanes. Indeed, they are good there. And Kevin Harvick actually had better numbers than both of them, but I didn't read him because he actually had the best average finish. So skipped him off jump. So shout out to Harv, Truex, and KB. Well, he had a bunch of numbers. Just Kurt Busch, Shrub Senior. I loved Trucks. Loved the Trucks return to Michigan, but wish Xfinity still had a race with no super speedway style package. Michigan is good enough to post a triple header. I agree. Would you take Bubba Wallace or Tyler Reddick? Says Sir Wood Rooster. I think statistically, hold on. Let me go. Let me pull the average finishes here. I think statistically, Tyler Reddick has the better average finish here. So I'd pick him. I know he previously has won here. So I'm going to say he's got the better average finish. Let's see. Bubba Wallace is a 19.2. Let's see if Reddick is above him with average finish. Oh, wow. So even with the win, so actually I would take Bubba Wallace here because average finish, Bubba Wallace is a 19.2 and Tyler Reddick has a 21.8. He did have the one win last year, but if you look at Tyler Reddick's previous races, a 30th, a 29th, a 29th, a 24th, and an 18th at the Michigan International Speedway. So Tyler Reddick has one win, but he has not had a whole lot to show for it since then, and a longer, at least more races here at Michigan International Speedway for Bubba Wallace. He does have a second place here. Let's see, 3 years ago, it looks like, or maybe 2 years ago. So he definitely can get it done here as well. But he's got the better average finish, so I would go with Bubba Wallace there as far as statistics go. So good question there. Sir Wood Rooster. One wise guy's going to go with Tyler. Friesen winning was crazy, says Robert Stone. Indeed. It was good to see. Friesen get back in there. Cletus Ram McFarland announcement should be interesting, says Napa. Indeed, he will be a part of that deal, no doubt about it. Do you think some team will start having secret negotiations to get Reddick or Wallace for next season? If so, who? Hendrick? Well, it would have to be a team that can. They would have to be able to pick up those charters somehow too. So it's so much to look at that and so much in play there. Their drivers, unless maybe you can get maybe a. Unless maybe you can get a Tyler Reddick, because Hendrick has plenty of funding, so I don't think Hendrick's going to get off of. I don't think Hendrick would get off any of their guys. I don't think Penske's going to get off any of their guys, even though people seem to think Austin Cindric's on the hot seat. I don't think he is going to be. I don't think they would get away from him. You can get like a Tyler Reddick, maybe. I don't know. Front row's got a bunch of drivers over there too. Young drivers, but I don't know. It will be just so much to unpack there. It's hard to say one way or the other. I went with Hocevar, hoping for the poll question, but among driver options, Hamlin will be the most likely to win today in Brooklyn, Michigan, says Jamie Schweitzer. Yeah, don't sleep on Hocevar, the hometown guy, or Brad Keselowski, also a hometown guy. Eric Jones as well, a hometown driver as well. LaJoy had a top 5 in the truck race. But didn't he say originally he didn't want to go back down to trucks and in a way pull a John Hunter Nemechek and work your way back to Cup? Says in between lanes. Yeah, so he said he doesn't want to race in front of 12 fans, which he walked those comments back this week too. But yeah, LaJoy's got a healthy truck schedule, so that is that. Brickyard with the super chat. Appreciate you, my friend. Fist bump. Thank you very much. Very kind for sure. I love this track. Awesome speed with a smooth surface, says 1776 Revival. It is a good track. I like Michigan. Oh, I like all the tracks. I don't know. But I like Michigan for sure. It's where, back in the day at least, it's where all the cars were made. Still make some cars there, but not like it was back in the day, but still cool. the nostalgia of it and everything like that. It is a huge win for the manufacturers to get a win here, no matter where you're racing in Michigan. So no doubt about it. The Irish Hills of Irish Springs, Michigan. If I'm not mistaken, Ford won 9 straight Michigan races from 2018 to 2023 before Reddick won last year. Says Napa Race fan. Sounds about right to me, 100%. Because I think Kyle Larson was 2017 for Chevy. So they might have been, yeah. What a heater. What a heater for Ford, 2018 to 2023. Let's see. Friesen survived the late race Peugeot, and he took the checkered. Great job, says Camara. Yep. The KG veteran gets it done for sure. If anybody needs a law firm, I recommend the law offices of Morgan and Munoz. Says in between the lanes. I guarantee we'll have a top 15, says Joseph Wooten. Shout out to Frankie Muniz, says in between lanes. Indeed. Shout out to Morgan and Muniz, says Napa. Love the Baloney Man, best on the internet. Appreciate you there, Big Wheel. And what's up to the big and the small islands of Hawaii? John Bradburn, what's up, my friend? Cletus and Ram equals a sideshow, says Joseph Wooden. It will be a sideshow, but it will help them market to a younger demographic that they are probably trying to market those trucks to. So it's win-win for Ram, no doubt about it. Friesen, number 52, Toyota Tundra. So there you go. I did actually remembered something. He is the number 52. I'd like to see your diecast and hat collection. I see it in the background. Says 1776. A lot of people ask about that. So I need to, I guess I need to do a video on that one day for sure. BD on Earth 2 picking Kyle Busch. No, I'm picking Kyle Busch on Earth 1. I think he's going to get it done for sure, Joseph. He's got the speed here today. He's going to break through eventually, one way or the other. Same thing, like all the people are like, oh, Chase Elliott's having a terrible season. Chase Elliott's going to break through and get a win at some point this year, and then all that talk about, because he's 5th place in points. As soon as he gets the win, he's going to be in great shape. He's already in great shape. What's up, BB? Congrats on the win. I'm pulling for Blaney and Bush today, and got Busher and Bubba for my sleepers. I like the sleeper picks right there too. I would add anybody from Michigan, because anytime it's a hometown track, I like to add those in as well. But good sleeper picks, and I like your regular picks as well. Let's see, who has the worst scheme this weekend, says OJ and Toothpaste. That is a good question. Arguably, Daniel Suarez has the best and worst. So I'm going to put him in that rare position of best and worst. Who has the, let's see, Reddick defending race winner, says in between lanes. Indeed, he is. Will Riley Herbst to win today, says OJ and Toothpaste. On Earth 2, he's got a solid chance. Actually, Riley Herbst is pretty good at these type of tracks. So all jokes aside, this suits him for sure. Rosie giving the thumbs up there to Brickyard. Are we listening to Lose Yourself, since the Cup race is at Michigan? Ooh, that would be a good prop. That would be a good prop right there. Will they play Lose Yourself or any Eminem classic today, since we're in Michigan? Let's freaking go, BB. It is race day, says Russell Dominguez. Yep, it is race day. Appreciate you, Russell, for sure. Michigan boys coming from the back, but I think both of them have a good day today, says Cody Ledger. All three, because you got what, Kez, you got Carson Hocevar, and you got Eric Jones. So I think there's 3 of them, at least 3 of them in the field, 3 that I know of. This is where Reddick starts to get hot, says one wise guy. Yeah. I think Reddick's going to turn it around for sure. Saturday night with Flo, BB, and Cam Moo. Great racing, says Brickyard Brickhead. Yeah, how about that late model race? That first one, goodness gracious, they were going after it. Trey Cruz and Peyton Sellers there for the win in that first race. Jeez, man, they were getting after it. Loved seeing that. Does Bowman get a advantage since he drove a Ford in the Freedom 500? Says Donald Deshane. Maybe. We'll see. Will that skew to his advantage there? That's another one. Alex Bowman every once in a while just shows up and wins a race and looks like he's the greatest race car driver in the world. He's so streaky. Him and Chase Briscoe really remind me of each other quite a bit. Like, they can get on these hot streaks and then they can get on these cold streaks. It's crazy. It's crazy how streaky they are. Gateway next weekend for IndyCar, says in between the lanes. 3 overtimes for the truck race yesterday. I find it quite interesting. F1 is racing in Canada at the same time. Yeah, pretty crazy. I wish they wouldn't do stuff like that, but it is what it is. Racing is NASCAR in Mexico next week. Kind of ironic when NASCAR was looking to make Canada the first international cup race. Yeah, something happened with that and it fell through. Not 100% sure, but I think they were looking at Montreal and the Circuit de Villeneuve, if I'm not mistaken. I keep hoping BK would get and which is I think I don't know if that's French Canadian or not, but if it's French Canadian, I'm going to say it wrong anyway. But Circuit de Villeneuve. Let's see. I keep hoping BK would get a win at his home track. His equipment didn't look good yesterday, says Camaro 50. Yeah, yeah, but he's got such a good average finish here. I've got him on the fantasy team. I'll just go ahead and tell you that. So my fantasy lineup is going with some wild cards here. I went Hosevar, Keselowski, Kyle Busch, Ty Gibbs, Denny Hamlin, and I got Zane Smith in the garage. So there you go. Let's see. I guarantee Chase Elliott will have a top 15, says Joseph Wooten. Oh, yeah, for sure. Chase Elliott going to have a top 15. I think that's a good, solid bet there for sure. Who wins Michigan on Earth 2 today? I'm thinking Yaley. Oh, Yaley's a good pick, but I'm still going to go with Cody Ware here. I said this on Iceberg's post truck race yesterday, but I feel like Michael Waltrip in the booth at times is awkward. Reagan Smith isn't that bad as well. It says in between the lanes. Yeah, Michael Waltrip. He's you either like him or you don't. Like that's just the Michael Waltrip litmus test. You either like the 80-degree leather jacket, getting rowdy, whatever he was doing at Wilkesboro. You either like that energy or you don't like that energy. So that's the Michael Waltrip deal. He's either loved or not. Will KFB spin out today, says Tim Brace? That's a great question. Hopefully he takes it easy and just does what the car can do because it looks like he's got a ton of speed. Let's see. Corey Heim subbed in for James Finch in the ARCA race on Friday. He did, and he subbed in very well. Just Flutin, do you see any tire issues in today's race? There were issues in practice. I think by the time the race starts, the tire specialists will probably have it dialed in and under control, but you never know. You never know. Did Butterbean copy Michigan's Brad Keselowski with the American flag celebration? Well, if he did, good for him because I do like the American flag celebration. I also like the Kyle Busch bow, which Lane Woods at South Boston did today. Shout out to Lane Woods getting the win there. I'm excited for Mexico race next week, and we're probably going to see a Kyle Busch bow today too, in my opinion. That's my pick. I'm excited for the Mexico race next week. I am too. I'm excited. I hope it goes well. It's a good show, and all the fans there are definitely. I think it's going to be a big turnout, big turnout. Jamie Schweitzer saying nod. Seabill double duty for Mexico next week, running Sam Hunt Racing in Xfinity. Yeah, and that's going to be good track time for him too. So him and Suarez going to get 2 peaks at the racetrack. So I think that'll be beneficial to them. A Michigan driver has never won at Michigan. The streak likely continues today, but Hosevar has the best chance of winning out of the 3. Jones ran good at Nashville last week, though. Yeah, Legacy on a upward trend for sure. Couldn't have gone much farther downward, but they're on a big upward trend. For sure. Yeah, Yaley is quite the Earth 2 pick with him not in Earth 1 field, says Team FT. Good point, Team FT. Rare occurrence for me today. I'm hoping Hosevar has a solid day. I put him in my lineup, got to ride the hot hand, plus it's his home track. Yep. I like Hosevar. I like the pick too. I feel like the 47 wins Earth 2 today, says one wise guy. Hopefully not, because he's got the USA flag as a paint scheme. So I like I like the patriotic schemes. They always get me. Let's see. Phil Parsons does the ARCA booth. Says in between the lanes. Phil Parsons, indeed. Did they announce who was going to be the Dodge? They should be announcing it here in about 2 minutes. Nathan Campbell. They're making the announcement at 1:00 today. So about 2 minutes away from the Dodge announcement. I'd be a little more excited for the Mexico race if Canada race didn't completely fall through, says Napa Racing fan. But I think allegedly, we're going to get Canada next year. Sources. Still got a pretty good points battle in ARCA. It would actually be tied between Queen or they've got a good chance to get a race in Canada. I'll say that. Still got a pretty good points battle in ARCA. It would actually be tied between Queen and Scott, but Scott was penalized 6 points after Charlotte. Yeah, unfortunate. The Tech Man ruining everybody's fun some days. The Lawless and Lawless Allen only 8 points back. Shout out to Lawless Allen, still out there doing the thing. Butterbean is at Waffle House per sources. Says in between the lanes on the Ram Trucks website. The front page has 2 trucks and a racetrack. And on Friday, there was a picture of a Ram on the front stretch of Darlington. Pretty cool. Yeah, they're going to announce probably a lot of stuff here. I don't know if they'll announce a team, but it'll be cool if they do. Will we ever learn how the 19 cheated things up to win the pole 3 in a row? Says Tim Brace. I don't know. I don't know. I feel like he's leaning it out quite a bit because he's fallen back through the field pretty quick. A lot of these races where he's had the pole. There is the Discord link. Appreciate you there, one wise guy. Would love to pick Bush today, but until he proves the speeding pit stop issues get fixed, I can't, says Bruce Garvey. Indeed, indeed. If they have a clean race, they've got a good chance. But you make a good point there. BB, which top driver among the top 16 gets the DNF today? I'm going to say probably Tyler Reddick, if I had to guess, because we just looked at his statistics there. And aside from winning last year, he's had a bunch of finishes 28th or lower in his career here at Michigan. So I would say he's probably got the best odds of just off the top of my head from what I looked at earlier. Let's see. Could you say Butterbean looks a little bit like Shane Gillis? Says in between the lanes. I'm not going to touch that joke, but I've got one in my head. Phil Parsons. Now there's a guy who managed to hang around forever. Shout out to Phil Parsons. Says Jesse Daly. Indeed, Phil Parsons. He's still in there, and his son races too. So there you go. He gets a little partial when his son's racing, takes it a little too far, in my opinion, sometimes. But other than that, I think Phil Parsons does an amazing job. He's definitely got shades of his brother in there for sure. The worst kept secret, Ram going truck racing. LOL, says Just Wooden. It is the worst kept secret, but Cletus McFarland's going to be part of this announcement. What I want to see from this announcement here that should be starting right now, which we'll jump off and look at it here in just a second. I want to see if they actually announce the team that's going to be running the Rams. That's what I'm waiting on. I got the Hamroid itch for the win, says Shah. Say Shah's picking Hamlin for the win there. All right, final results of the poll question. 42% saying Hamlin, 34% going with Josephus, Carson Hocevar. And then you got Gibbs at 8% and Buescher at 17%. All right, that's going to do it for this one. And I'll catch you on Tuesday for the next live stream. Enjoy your race. Hope your driver does well. And until then, peace.